Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of My Hero Academia on Season 5 on Episode 91 or Episode 3, you know. Episode 91 is a total number of episodes, you know, so if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that after the freaking recap of last episode and the opening, we have to it that Midoriya couldn't really sleep at all, you know. And he gets visited by Aoyama-kun, who apparently asks Midoriya, like, hey man, what's up? Everything alright? He goes like, yeah, I just had some kind of like repercussion or something, or just a bad dream or something in a certain way. And we have to it that like Izuku decides to talk to All Might about the vestiges or the previous wielders of One for All, you know. All Might also explains his other thing where he had the same event happen to him when he talks with his teacher Nanama or Nana, you know that Shimura, the previous user of One for All before she passes it down to All Might, you know. And they end up talking about the situation of what about like there were other two people that seem to be so silhouette, or they are shadowed or something, you know. I don't know why, but whatever the case may be, we had to it that like All Might and the others ends up having to like go to Gamma Field. I think that's the place what it's called right now, and they end up getting ready for some practical training whatsoever, or practical combat, you know. And that is pretty much against like that's pretty much Class A versus Class B, which I thought it was really nice and slick, because honestly, when I read this in the manga, it was really nice to see that Class B is going to get some spotlight, you know, because let's be honest, there's a lot of characters in the series that usually don't really get a lot of spotlight, and that could be very upsetting, you know. And I'm glad to see Class B in action against Class A, because we get to know what their abilities are and how much they improved upon it. Even though we got a little small like preview of it, or we get a small glimpse at it, we don't get to see much of it in action. That's another thing I really enjoy about like when it comes to this part right here, you know. And we have to it that eventually we have our boy Shinzo, which we do see at the sports festival, and we see him now and then, you know. He's actually participating in Class A versus Class B. Of course, like there's the Class A and Class B are equal in number in terms of like in terms of numbers. But one person, Shinzo, wants to transfer to Hero Course, you know, and he wants to like be part of this group whatsoever, and he ends up drawing a couple numbers of what he's going to be joining in, you know, and that is Group 1 and Group 5, you know, etc. Now, let's talk about the group battle. Let's talk about the group battles, you know, because this is where, like, a lot of, like, people tend to forget, and even for me as well. So since Class A and Class 1A and Class 1B are facing each other, they're having a practical match, like I said, and repeating myself. So here are the matches, you know. Battle 1 is Tsuyu, Kaminari, Kota, Kirishima, Shinzo against Ibara, Juroto, Hiryu, and Kosei, you know. And Battle 2 involves Tokoyami, Hagakure, Momo-chan, Yuga against, like, Manga, Shihai, Itsuka, and Kinoko, you know. Battle 3 is Todoroki, Shoji, Ojiro, Ida against Sen, Pony, Juzo, and Tetsu. Battle 4 is Bakugo, Sero, Jiro, Sato against Kojiro, Yosetsu, Awase, and Togaru. And Battle 5, which is the last one, is Deku, Ochako, Ashido, Minata against Monoma, Yui, Nirenkiki, or Shoda, Reiko, and Shinzo, you know. Shinzo is going to be part of, like I said, Shinzo is going to be part of, like, Groups 1 and Group 5. So pretty much, Shinzo is going to have his first action with Group 1, you know, and then last battle would be like with Deku and all that, you know, etc. Which I thought is really nice and slick to see Shinzo back, and he ends up saying a couple words where like he's gonna like be part of a hero course, help other people out, and he's not planning to make any friends, you know. I'm like, it's kind of sad to see how he doesn't want to make any friends, but I still think like it's still nice to see him in action, because when it comes to his quirk, they say that his quirk is really crazy and OP strong, you know. Whatever the case may be, we have to that each battle is 20 minutes long. But if the time runs out, whoever has less people is most likely to win. I mean lose. I mean whoever has the most people in the group that's not captured wins the fight. Sorry for mixing that up. Forgive me. But that aside, group 1A, you know, with Koda, Kirishima, Denki, Froppy, and Shinzo up against like whatchamacallit, let's see here, Ibara, Jiroto, Hiryu, and Kosei, you know? Eventually, like, yeah, pretty much Group 1 will start the battle, and of course we get to see, like, how they're trying to scout people out, you know? And we have to it that was actually a plan from Class 1B, you know, etc., and that they are about to make their attack, you know? One of our characters, Jiroto Shishida, his quirk is beast, while everything else about him in physical format, like his physique, strength, hearing, smell, and sight increases, he goes into a crazy berserk frenzy. Eventually, we see to it that like Shinzo actually, that mask that Shinzo has on, you know, is actually a nice mask because it's called persona chords, which he apparently uses it to maybe record or to hide his voice whatsoever when it comes to using his quirk, you know. And I think in my mind, oh, that's really slick, you know. He's about to go into action here and there, you know. There was a scene with All Might and Midnight who talk about who do you think is going to win, and All Might explains how the situation works for Class 1A and Class 1B. Class 1B makes improvements on the quirks, while Class 1A go through certain crises to get stronger, you know. Guess we're about to find out, etc. So we don't really know who's really going to win, you know. But we'll see how this fares out, you know, etc. So pretty much like I said, like if I were to put into simple words without a lot of detail in this episode, is like Class 1A and Class 1B is about to go against each other in a practical match, you know, and I thought to myself that's really nice and slick. And then when it comes to like All Might and Izuku talking about the vestiges or the dream he had, you know, All Might experienced the same thing and talks to his sensei about it, you know, etc. Eventually, as time continues on in this episode, of course, you know, like I said, the matches are set. Shinzo wants to transfer to Hero Course, so he's gonna participate in the practical matches with Class 1A and Class 1B. And I think in my mind, oh, that's really good and slick. Looking forward to that, you know, etc. As the episode continues on in its own situation, yeah, Shinzo will be participating in Battle 1 and Battle 5, you know, pretty much like a one with Froppy and one with Deku whatsoever, you know, etc. And of course, looking forward to seeing Bakugo in action, you know, as always. That aside, preview of next episode looks like to me, it's called Make It Happen Shinzo, etc. So, like I said, at the way how it ended is like pretty much Class 1A and Class 1B start their first match, and then Shinzo ends up managing to brainwash like our Beast Boy, you know, from Class 1B. So, yeah, pretty much all I can really tell you is like Class 1A and versus Class 1B starts. And yeah, looking forward to see how this one goes, because I always enjoy seeing like a lot of like I always enjoy seeing like characters from the sidelines to get some spotlight to see what they're capable of, you know. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.